Hello everyone, my name is Daniel and I'm just a casual racer, and today I want to show you the really cool summer sale that they are currently having at Raceroom and how you can get an even better deal than this $46, $47 purchase price. Um, this summer pack is only available, I believe, until September 14th. So if you want to get this, jump on it now. This entire video is going to be kind of from the perspective of somebody who doesn't own any Raceroom content. If you do, this price will be a little bit less, but the discount will still apply. It'll just be less minus the content you already own. But you can get a better deal than this, right? And this deal isn't even that bad, right? If we look at Le Mans Ultimate, we're talking $40, right, for Le Mans Ultimate, and you're getting in the base content, you're getting 7 tracks here, and you're getting 17 cars. If we go here, you're getting 7 tracks, 14 layouts, 18 cars. So it's actually one more car, bunch of liveries too. So price-wise, but we can get this for less because actually this is 4,000 essentially VRP points. Go to Raceroom store page, purchase the 5,000 virtual points pack. That's $40. Now that you still have 1,000 points left over after buying this. So you spent $40, the same price as buying Le Mans Ultimate, for example. You essentially have now the basis with the tracks, all the 90s historic tracks in Raceroom. You now have the basis for building out a 90s sim racing game. And this is where we're headed. This is the whole idea. This is what we're going to build here. And so now, if we start looking at other packs, now we have an extra 1,000 points. When we just spent $40 on 5,000 points, we spent 4,000 on the summer pack here. You could spend, you have to get a little more than what we want to spend. But, technically you could get the driver's pack here. This is kind of interesting because it has, if you're kind of looking for more historic content, the Crustles, these 2 cars here are kind of historic-y. Maybe not the number 1 pack. You can get the, maybe the starter pack. You'd obviously maybe have to spend a little bit more, which is where it starts to get tricky. And, you could always spend $55 and get more content. But let's just stay, we have 1,000, so... the starter pack, I will point out on this is a pretty good purchase. It's 91% off, but this isn't a timeline thing. You can get this at any point. The nice thing about this, it does have, for example, the Nürburgring, which would have been a track that they would have raced back, and it's not too different. It's still a pretty historic track even today. You do get one 1992 DTM car. You get another TTS Cup car. You get a few. You get a 944 Turbo, so you get some other kind of historic content. Some other kind of famous tracks here. But you can also, remember, we have pretty much all the 90s tracks. We have all the 95 DTM cars. Well, we can get the 1992 DTM cars if we want all those for less than 1,000 points. So within our $40, we could get the entire DTM. Or maybe you want to do GTO Classics. You could get that. Or maybe you want to do the 90s F1 cars. That's going to come in under the amount. So you can see here, and like I mentioned, if you want to spend a little bit more, you could even get a little bit more. But you can see here, you get 3 different V8, V12, V10. And this Raceroom, and this is why I'm recommending this. If I was going to be buying into Raceroom now, based on Le Mans Ultimate's got amazing GT3 racing. Automobilista 2, as I just mentioned in my last video, has got some amazing entry-level modern race cars. If I was going to be using Raceroom and buying content for it in 2025, I'd be buying it in the perspective of making this a 90s historic racing game, right? The 30, 35 years ago, that era of historic. I mean, for a lot of people, the 90s are their childhood, or they've, just seen a lot on TV. We got a lot of great television coverage from the 90s racing. And so it really is now a nostalgic era for a lot of people. And there is a ton of fantastic content. You get the Touring Classics and the GTO Classics, for example. There's just a lot of great content you could pair. And of course, the basis for all this is this limited summertime pack that right now is only available for the next 2 weeks. With these points for less than $40. Because you get 5,000 points for $40. You can get this, and like I mentioned, get a couple other packs of something historic as well to tie into this, have some really fun racing, and have just as much content or even more content than what you'd get in many other comparable sim racing games for $40. So I think it's really something that I wanted to bring to your guys' attention. I'm going to continue potentially to showcase some of this content in future videos that I make. I know I've been showcasing a lot of this in the last few videos. This is a really good deal in my opinion. I think Raceroom's got a really smart idea here. I would like to see a 90s pack from them. I know it'd be more expensive because it would include a lot, but I would like to see a kind of 90s deluxe pack which includes all the 90s tracks, all the 90s cars, and put that up for sale, because I think that would be home run. I would just recommend that like right off the top. Like that would be my go-to. If you're considering Raceroom, get that pack. So hopefully they will take a look at that and try to implement something along that line, but for now this is pretty close to it and it's a real good deal. So hopefully you guys check it out, but most of all I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your week.